Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. It is the last day of 2016 for me here in New Zealand. It has been an awesome year. I hope it's been a great year for you guys. I've been getting all your emails. I'm trying to get through them as fast as possible for you and answer all your questions. There are a lot, but if you're in our Facebook group, I also answer some of them in there. Now this video, I want to tell you some mistakes to avoid with Shopify and dropshipping and Aliexpress. The reason is these will probably answer quite a lot of you guys' questions. Now some of these mistakes I've done myself, or others that I know have done them, and they're just things to avoid or things that you should do to help you in your dropshipping journeys. So number one, and this one's quite important, test more products. So a common occurrence in this game is a lot of guys will test a product, one or two products, and they'll fail and they'll give up. Now, you're not going to make money on your first product, usually, same with the second one. It could take a third, fourth, fifth, but test more products. One of the mistakes that I made when I first started was I wasn't testing enough products, and I was making money, but I could have made more money at the start if I was testing more products and finding more winners. So make sure you're testing as much products as you can, as often as you can. For an example, a guy that I'm working with at the moment, we kind of share ideas, things like that. He tests 30 a day, up to 30 a day, usually around about 25 to 30 products a day. Now, I know a lot of you guys won't have those types of budgets, but that's the kind of example of the stuff we're doing. We're testing a lot of products to find the ones that work. When I first started, I didn't test many, and I was making sales, sure, I was making money, but I could have made more if I tested more products. So what you want to do is, when you start, test some products, 4, 5, 6, however many you want to test, then reinvest that money that you make into testing more products and finding winners, finding more winners that make you more money. So that's number one, and that's quite an important one, is to make sure you test heaps of products, more products. If you're testing products now, just test more, and test ones that you think are going to win, because you get a better chance of actually making sales, and it saves you time with your testing. The second one, and now I know I talk about stores being simple, don't put too much into them and stuff like that, right? Now that's true, but you want to make sure you have an about page, a contact page, a frequently asked question page, and just general stuff, because this adds trust to your page. Like if I went to a shop and there was, I usually always go to the footer and see if there's an about me page or up the top in the menu, because I want to know what they're about. I want to know where they've come from. I want to know things about them. If you don't have any of that stuff, your site is really just a blank canvas. It's a website with a product on it, and you might get sales, but you're going to increase your sales if you have more trust in your website. So on the about page, right, also you just want to make it good. You want to have a lot of good content on there, tell them what your store's about, and then at the bottom have a link back to your home page, because a lot of people go to your about page, read it, and they might leave. But if you have a button or some sort of link back to your home page, you can convert them into sales. And frequently asked questions are things like shipping times, how much shipping costs, things like if you offer discounts, stuff like that, or if there's a maximum people can buy or a minimum, just things like that. So any frequently asked questions that you can possibly think of, add them into your store. So just make sure you fill out your store and make it look appealing and make it look trustworthy. Now the next thing, and this is a mistake that I did, is don't start your Facebook adverts straight away with website conversions. If you know what you're doing, that's fine, okay? But what I do is I start with page engagement or post engagement adverts, okay? And the reason why I do this is to get an idea of what interest or what age or what, male, female are interested in my product. Now, as a lot of you know who follow me, you know that I start a bunch of adverts as post engagement. So 10, 20, 30. I let them run for 2 or 3 days, and then I pick the best ones, and then I use the information from those ones to then start my website conversion adverts. From all my testing over the last year, that's worked the best for me. So I'm using the post engagements to figure out what audience works best for me. And then when you start your website conversion adverts, whether you're doing purchases, add to carts, or whatever as your action, it's not going to take as long to get sales and things like that, because you've already got an optimized interest, an optimized target, so you're going to have an optimized advert really straight from the start. So do PPE adverts first, and website conversions. Now, of course, you don't have to, but this is a mistake that I made. I found it better to do it the way that I'm doing it now. It just worked better for me. It could work better for you. It might not. You might have your own way of doing it, or you might figure out your own way of doing it. But that is a great way to start if you're a beginner in this game. You can also let the PPE advert run if you like, right? You can also scale that stuff up as well. You'll get sales from it, you'll get clicks to your website, but it's really just there to gauge information and collect information so you can then start your PPE ad. If you go through some other videos on my channel, you'll see how I do my Facebook and my testing and advert testing, right? So I don't really need to go into detail with that in this video, but you can find it on my channel. Another massive mistake that I've made really when I started, but I should have known this anyway, and another guy that I know has done as well, underestimating the value of Facebook video ads. These are huge now. Facebook is trying to go towards video more because they're trying to compete with YouTube. So you can get cheaper clicks, you can get cheaper views and all that type of stuff. Now the problem is you don't have access to the product if you haven't purchased it, right? Because we're doing drop shipping. So what I do, if I'm doing like a necklace or an earring or a ring, is I just get some pictures off Aliexpress or somewhere else and I simply make a video. But make sure that you're allowed to use those pictures. So I just make a video of me panning through the images with some royalty-free music. Make sure you have royalty-free music. You can't just go stealing music. Or if you want to, and what I do now is buy the product, get it sent to you, and take the pictures yourself. Or you can, if it's like something that you can use, you know, not a necklace, but something you can use like a survival kit or something, take it out, do a video of you using the kit or something like that, you know, just have a GoPro on your chest and video yourself using it, unpacking it, unboxing it, anything like that. And then make a video with it. You can just put music over it as well, you don't need to talk. But I tell you right now, video is massive. I've seen some videos this week pop up on my Facebook, and one of them had over 400,000 likes. I can't remember how much shares it had. It had hundreds and thousands of shares, and there was also another one a couple weeks ago that was the same. Now these would have made millions. But the good thing about video is they're cheap Facebook adverts. They're very cheap. And I underestimated that when I first started, and it doesn't really matter now because I made money and I'm making money. But I wish I did it from the start. You want to have a selection of adverts going. That's the only way you're going to figure out what works for you. That's the most important thing, figuring out what works for you. And once you figure out your own system, you're going to sit there and the money's going to roll in because you're going to be scaling. And that kind of brings me to another topic here, not really part of this video, but when we talk about scaling, we're not talking about just scaling your adverts. We're talking about scaling what type of adverts you use, scaling what you're doing, scaling your methods, right? So if you're just doing pictures and then you start to use video, that's scaling. You're scaling into different methods, different techniques to make money from your Facebook advert. Another mistake people make, and this is very crucial as well, retargeting. If you're not retargeting people that visit your store, you're missing out on money. Like straight away, you are leaving money on the table, and it's big money. Because one, retargeting is cheap. You're not competing with anybody. You're simply advertising to people that have already checked your site. Okay, there's not much competition there. And the thing is, they're buyers. They're already warmed up. They've checked your site. Maybe they've added it to the cart. Maybe they left, but they're already warmed up. Not all of them, but most of them. And you will make good money from that. I just seen a thing the other day, a blog post somewhere, can't really remember where it was actually because I do a lot of reading. Someone made $11,000 extra on their product and they only spent about $700 on their retargeting advert. That is the power of retargeting. If you don't know what retargeting is, it's when you put a pixel on your website and then you can build an audience. So the pixel will trigger and it adds it to your audience on Facebook, and then you can re-advertise to that audience, just that specific audience, instead of advertising to a massive niche that's full of competitors, right? And they've already visited your store. So make sure you're retargeting the audience. This is absolutely a must, okay? You're leaving money on the table. If you're not doing it, do it now. It's very, very important to be retargeting. And a little secret here, The best retargeting adverts that I've done is the carousel ads. So the ones that have multiple products in them. So, you know, and you can slide across. If you've ever seen those ads, or just go into Google and search for carousel ads and you'll know what they are. Those have made me very, very good money with retargeting and videos. So those two are what I do with retargeting. I used to do pictures. I don't really anymore for retargeting. I had a lot of better success with the carousel adverts. So once again, make sure you're retargeting. Very, very important with any sort of advertising you're doing on Facebook. Retargeting is very important. So another mistake, and this is to do with Aliexpress, buying products from vendors that simply have no value. The vendors are really nobodies on Aliexpress. They have bad ratings, they don't have enough sales, they're new to the game. Stay away from those people. You're going to get longer processing times, you're going to get amateur shipping, and it could kill your business. Make sure you're buying from vendors that have a reputation, okay? That is key to this as well. You want to build a relationship with them, because once you build a relationship, you can get cheaper prices, right? And let's say you start buying bulk from them. Let's say you have a store that becomes very successful. You want to speed up your shipping times, so you buy bulk and you do the fulfillment yourself. You can then start to negotiate prices on the bulk. So build a good relationship with them. And to do that, you need to pick guys that have a good reputation and actually know what they're doing, because they've been doing this for a long time. You know, you want to hit the 2-year vendors, the 5-year vendors. You don't want to be messing with the 1 month, 2 month, 3 month vendors. It's going to be a fail, I tell you right now, because some of them are really, really bad. I haven't dealt with them myself, but I have heard some horror stories. So definitely make sure you pick good vendors. All right, now I could go on all day about mistakes, right? I could do like a 50 mistake video, 100, but I'm gonna probably make this one the last one, because I don't want to make a massive long video. The sun's going down over there and it'll get dark soon. But this one is also quite important. They're all important, but split test your pricing on your website. And what I mean by that is your product price and your shipping price if you're charging shipping. So this is an example. I was selling a product for $39.99, right? And I was getting sales, but it wasn't really enough. It wasn't really what I was looking for. I wanted more. I changed it to $34.99. I took a bit of a cut in the money, but it didn't matter. But it increased my sales, and I made more sales, so I made more money. So split test your prices, and same with shipping. You know, if you're doing $9.99 and you're shipping, you're not getting sales right, or you're getting heaps of abandoned carts. Especially if you're getting heaps of abandoned carts, change your pricing. Go down to $8.99, or go down to $9.50 or $7.99. You can't go too low if you're doing free plus shipping, but if you're just doing markups on products, you can go low, you can do free shipping, but just split test your prices. That is very important as well. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I want to wish you all an awesome New Year's and a great 2017. Let's crush it in 2017. Some of you guys are making massive amounts of money in the Facebook group. Keep it up, scale up 2017 and make it massive. If you haven't already, joined the group at onlinesamurais.com, and also I have some free lessons below. There's a link below where you can look at all my videos from YouTube. I've put them all into one place on all the Shopify stuff. If you're new to this, that's probably the best place to go instead of scrolling through all the videos on my YouTube channel. And this will be the last video of 2016, so I will see you guys in 2017.